Okay guys, I thought I'd show you my Farmalls this afternoon. I've talked about them a couple of times on some of the live channels. Don't know which one to start with first. I'm definitely a Farmall fan. I'm a fan of all the antique equipment and tractors, but these happen to be mine. Guess we'll start with the C here. It's pretty nasty. It's been sitting since spring. It's a 1951, I believe. Farmall C, just plain C. There's a little story to this tractor. I wound up this tractor several years ago because a man came in looking for someone to haul off scrap. He said he had what was left of an old tractor he wanted to haul it off, and I asked a few questions and found out it was a Farmall. Me and a buddy went and checked it out, and I seen the potential there and decided I'd pay the money and take it home. All he wanted was scrap price anyway. I paid him scrap price for a Farmall tractor, lift and all. Come with a 3-point hitch, aftermarket lift. But we went down there and boxed up all the parts. They took all the sheet metal off the tractor. They pulled the engine down to, I guess you could say, a short block. You had basically with the crank and the cam and timing gears, the only thing left on it. But they'd stuffed it full of rags, greasy rags. Pounds and pounds of greasy rags, and it actually didn't rust sitting outside. I pushed it up on a trailer. Me and my buddy hauled it back. I called my wife on the way in. We were going to haul it back to where I work. Going to use a space in the workshop there. She met us there. She took one look at what was on the trailer. She said, "I thought you said you was buying a tractor." I said, "It's there." She said, "No." She said, "That's a frame of a tractor." She said, "Where's the rest of it?" That's in the boxes. She was not impressed by what was in the boxes. Most people wouldn't. My own father even told me I shouldn't have stopped at the shop. I should have went directly on to the scrap yard, got my money back. But a few months of work and lots of cans of spray paint, I have a good tractor. I've been using it for years. I don't have a battery on it now, or I'd crank it, but that's how this Farmall got here. Pure B.O. luck. The man walked in trying to get rid of it, wanting a number to a man it dealt in scrap. My other one over here, bigger tractor of course, it's a MD. Not the Super MD, but the regular MD. I found it online. Bought it in the very edge of Alabama. When I was down there getting the old tractor, of course it didn't look like it does now. It was mighty rough. I'm gonna put some pictures on here of this tractor. I found out he bought it out of Tennessee, 30 minutes from where I live. So I was more or less just returning the tractor back to where it belonged. It had to have a whole lot of work and a whole lot of parts. But it is a running tractor. Where I've got it stored, I had to take the exhaust off, get it in here, but it's been sitting quite a while. It's probably been sitting longer than the other one. We don't crank it and use it as much because it don't have a lift, and there ain't much we can use it for other than the tractor show. I like taking it to the tractor show. But I thought it was a pretty neat old tractor. The serial numbers on it check out to be 41 on the back half, and the front half is the mid-40s. The engine's been upgraded somewhere between this date and 41. Somebody put I think it's a 1945 or 1946 engine in it. course, it has power steering. I don't know how long it had it, but when I got it, it had that hanging on it. It's had to have several things done to it. It actually did start, and I got this one. It didn't have a bit of paint on it. You couldn't never tell what it was by the picture of it. They had painted it orange and let it sit outside for a long time. It took a whole lot of work to straighten this tractor up. The MD, if you don't know what an MD is, they start on gas. They've got a small fuel tank, small gas tank right here. You put diesel in this one. You start it on gas. There's a lever on the other side. When the engine gets warm, you pull the lever, it will swap the fuel from gas to diesel. It actually does some other things. It tightens up the combustion chamber and does several things for it, but you move this lever to swap it between gas and diesel. Of course, I've got a switch for the points and coil. When I got it, the throttle lever was gone. They had a makeshift one on it, which I've put another one. And the shifter that actually swaps it was broke off, and they repaired it, but it's not exactly right. I haven't found the part that I need to fix it in the middle, because I have to take it out of the center of the block because it reaches through, and like I said, it does several things. It turns off the fuel, it increases the combustion chamber, or increases the compression ratio. It's a pretty neat old tractor. Very powerful, seems like. I've never been able to hook it to nothing. All I got's the old hoop in the back, which I got to looking at the hoop I got. It's actually been cut and welded. It probably came off an older tractor. It probably came off one of the, what is the F15 or F20, F30, somewhere in there. They had a wider hoop on the back. I thought I'd do a little video over my old tractors.